This is my oh dear demonstration of Aaron Ramsdale. Let's get to this reaction. Gamza, welcome, sir. Welcome, viewers. Oh my word! So it's the immediate reaction to the Leicester City 0, Arsenal 2. Great performance. Oh man, I'm gonna start off. Gamza, I'm gonna let you take this away, but Aaron Ramsey, man.
Ramsey? Aaron Ramsey, did you say?
Ramsdale. Ramsey, but Ramsdale. Sorry.
Don't diss my guy like that.
I know. Apologies, flips. I'm so gassed right now. This dude is doing bits. How he's not England's #1 right now is beyond me. His distribution, his decision making, everything what he's doing right now, 100. Talk to me. Aaron Ramsdale.
Yeah. Do you know what? I think a lot of fans have to eat a bit of humble pie, me included. I wasn't angry at the signing. It was more I wanted to see the money spent elsewhere because I thought we could have picked up a #2 for cheap, like Matt Ryan or Romero, who left United. We could have took one of them on a free and spent the 20 mil somewhere else. However, I don't think any of us thought he would come in and be straight our #1. And sometimes, as fans, we got to say we got it wrong.
Just hold you. I'll hold my hands up.
Yeah.
I'll hold my hand. Arteta, but you have. I don't know what you saw, how you saw it, where you saw it, whatever. For the dude playing for Sheffield United, but this dude is.
And
he's totally transformed the way we play.
Yeah, and he hasn't lost. I thought with him, yes, I knew he'd be better on the ball than Leno, and I think that was an important part of him starting. But the saves he's making, we haven't lost that element. Because I think it was always a battle of he's better with his feet, but Leno's a better shot stopper. And actually, I think we was wrong with that as well. I think he's up there. He's more commanding. His distribution's obviously a lot better than Leno's. But his shot stopping at the moment is up there as well. Like he's even in the Acho one, like he's got the faintest of touches to that. But
it was needed. It was needed. That touch was needed.
And the one with Harvey Barnes as well, I thought he done really well. I thought he came a bit too flat, but he managed to still, put a stop to it. So he done everything today. Like he was a big difference. He was unreal. So fair play to the kid, man. Like, and again, he's young. What, 23, 24?
23. I mean, he's nowhere near a peak for a goalkeeper.
No.
Nowhere near. And if he's doing things like this now, continue his, in his development. What can you say?
He can go a long way.
Absolutely. Let's get onto the game. And you know what? The positives. Listen, a clean sheet away from home against a Leicester City team who have been putting in performances over the last couple of weeks. Beating the likes of your Man City, Man United, Brentford, etc. The team what they put out today, I have to confess, I did feel a bit of bit of trepidation. We might be in for a long day. However, our fast start seemed to be a theme for us now, and we started out the blocks, and we took the lead with Gabriel from a corner. I mean, I can see certain things on the training pitch there. I mean, could you see anything that was kind of like, I don't know. From a coach's perspective, there's things that we worked on there with Gabriel's movement.
Yeah, you can see the set pieces. Obviously, we've got a new set piece coach in, I believe, in pre-season. And first couple of games, we was like, where do we get in from? It seems to be going wrong. But since then, I think that's 3 games in a row we scored from a set piece. Definitely 2. We definitely obviously Leeds this one, and I'm pretty sure the last game we scored from a set piece as well.
The Party's header.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so so that's 3 and 3. So it's showing something. And again, it just gives you another kind of string to the bow, doesn't it? Just
100%.
be creating fear for
other teams. Exactly. That's what I was going to say. It creates that kind of air of kind of like, do you know what? We really need to be on our game here. Yeah. And it stops teams also as well from leaving a man up top and things like that for breaks and things like that. So it gives opposition teams something to think about. You know, obviously took the lead in the 5th minute with Gabriel's header. We were looking comfy. And I mean, you know, everything, you know, Leicester were trying to do. I don't think throughout the whole game, really, Vardy really had a sniff, to be fair. He was marshaled very well. Again, by the ever, you know, he's getting even more and more impressive. Ben White, and Gabriel as well. Those two at the back are a formidable pair. Yeah. I mean, the back five, Gums, you've got to be happy with them, right?
Yeah, I'm buzzing. And I'll be honest, I'll go in and say it from now. Tierney's going to have to fight his socks off to get his spot back. And
but that's what we want.
Yeah, definitely. It's just that element of whoever's coming in at the moment seems to be performing. And what Tavares, I think, gives you is just that outlet. Sometimes when we're under the cosh, he beats two and dries you up the pitch. And I'm not saying Tierney doesn't do it, but actually sometimes you need that release of pressure, and he seems to be one who's able to do it. So sometimes you stumble upon things, and actually that just gives you, again, another element of his game, which Tierney might not be able to give you, which makes a big difference. And I think it's the same with
comfortable with going inside and outside.
Yeah, do you see when he took on two and just went, and it's just, it just opens up the whole pitch. And sometimes players are good. I mean, not saying any Arsenal player is a bad player. You've got to be a good player to play at that level. But some players have just got something in them which opens up a different avenue. And Tavares seems like he's got that. He's a bit more of an attacking player. So when he does open up and drive, it creates a lot more space. And teams will be fearful of that. So teams will start approaching this a bit different. And that's what we want. I think a few months ago, it was very easy to play Arsenal. No one was scared, so everyone would just press as high up the pitch. Whereas now,
that press is getting beaten now.
Yeah, and even one important ball, I think it made a massive difference, was one of the long balls up to Aubameyang when he spanned Johnny Evans, and from that moment,
he should have been sent off for that.
It should have been, I think, and again, he could have had the yellow from earlier because he blatantly did kick out at Ramsdale. There was no need for his leg to be there when Ramsdale.
No need whatsoever.
But I think from that moment, that pushed Leicester back. So sometimes one of them balls to say, we're getting behind you here, just makes you think, I've got to step back a little bit, or as the right back, I can't go as high because if he gets in behind me, Evans is gone.
Just makes you think in the back of your mind.
And that creates, so from that moment, we kind of settled right down. The last 15, I wasn't then worried anymore. Like the last 15, I was so comfortable. Yeah. But before that, I was nervous. And after that one decision, I then relaxed. Yeah. And for me, that's the improvement on the Palace game, the Brighton game. We haven't managed games very well when it's got sticky. And so I know I've just been talking for the last 2 minutes, but I'm going to
No. Please go ahead because the thing is, you're pretty much saying everything. What has been kind of, it seems to be like a continuation and the development of the team, and they seem to be learning.
On the go,
I was. Go ahead.
So for me, this is my favorite Arsenal performance.
Yeah. We keep saying that week after week, because Villa one was my favorite.
Yeah, the Villa was brilliant. The Tottenham result was unreal, but again, second half I wasn't impressed how he played. But you take a 3-1 against your local rivals, biggest derby of the season, you take that and you'd be happy with it. So happy in that performance. The Villa was a complete performance, and I haven't seen us play like that for a long time. Today was a bit different, but what I liked is we struggled against the 3 in previous games. We absolutely dealt with that in the first half. Last 10, they kind of got into it. We got into half, and again, getting into half time at 0-0, 2-0 is very important because previous games we would concede 1 or whatever it was. So to get in at 2-0 is brilliant. Then they made the change. And the fact we reacted to that, so for 15 minutes, it was back against the wall.
Listen,
we got hold of it.
That was the most important part period in the game. I thought that first 15 minutes, dealing with them and they were throwing everything at us.
Yeah, and it's a change of shape, and
change the
They've got
shape.
Harvey Barnes, who's a problem.
Exactly.
They were
Lookman as well, got pace.
Yeah. So
They
to
were
see us
causing us
get,
problems.
yeah. So to see us get through that and then just be comfortable for the last 20 minutes, like that to me was probably because it's an away game as well. That to
Yes.
me is brilliant, and that's what we've missed at Arsenal. Like we used to start really slow. That seems to have turned. Now we're starting really fast. We're now getting a goal or two up, and then we can just manage the game, control it. It's not the most prettiest, expansive thing, but actually towards the end, I think we was one pass away from making it 3-0. Smith Rowe should have put Pepe in and hit the pass wrong. And then the Abba chance around the back. He also flashed one across the box.
That's right.
Yeah, we were, do you know what I mean? It was relative.
I think the game was managed. It was like we was holding them there, basically, dealing with them like that. And what we did was enough to see it the game. I mean, we're talking about what spoke about the Gabriel goal, and then obviously in the 18th minute, Smith Rowe got again onto the score sheet. Fair enough. I think again it was a I'm not going to say again, but it was a it was basically from them attacking. We broke, we sprung quick. Everybody was in attack. Ball then came to Lacazette. He pretty much tried to go through a couple of players, but it's a little bit of a bobble. But and it came to Smith Rowe, and he finished with aplomb. I mean, the finish. I just love it when the keeper just stands still.
He's done that.
When the keeper stands still with no attempt, it's too good. It's just too good for him. The finish was perfect. 2-0 up, and we're looking comfortable. And as you said, the first half to go in at 2-0 was a great scenario. You silenced the home crowd, and then whatever changes they make, and they did make changes in the second half, you silence them for the first 15-20 minutes because it's going to be a problem. They're going to come. The crowd are going to get on the back of the home team, and I think we did that. I can't even. There's so many impressive performances out there. From Tavares, I thought in the first half, I thought he was brilliant. Lokonga and Partey were so disciplined as well, and they did exactly the things what they needed to do. Smith Rowe, Saka as well, causing problems going the other way. Aubameyang as well, always causing a problem going the other way, turning defenders around with his movement. Lacazette in the first half, fair enough, he was pretty much a victim, really, I think, for that first 15 minutes on
I understood that, though. I did understand him coming
100%, because
I think he needs someone holding the ball and almost a more natural kind of midfield player, isn't it?
Correct. So as much as I wanted to see Lacazette on the pitch because I think his performances have been positive, I think Arteta made the right call there because I think Odegaard's work rate is tremendous, to be honest. At the moment,
that ball retention, isn't it? I think that was probably
the ball
was up against it. It was streams of attack, and it was like almost we need someone
to hold on to just to settle things down. Yeah, when it was coming up to hold it, because obviously they obviously said it so many times. We're defending when we haven't got the ball. We're in like a 4-4-2 shape, and I think with Odegaard providing that when the ball breaks and comes back up top, you got the likes of as I said Odegaard just to kind of hold that ball and you said retain possession. I love the performance. I've never been. I said in the preview that I'm starting to get more comfortable and confident with this team, and this is just cranked it up another little notch really for me in terms of being comfortable and confident. Tomiyasu again another 7 out of 10 consistent performance, but I can't go without a mention for Ramsdale's save. Jesus, man, come on, and I keep making comparisons, right, between him and Seaman. Okay, when Seaman's first season, but I don't know. I'm not sure many people will remember, but when Seaman first came in, and I remember we was playing Liverpool at Anfield when we won the league. John Barnes, obviously it was Arsenal, Liverpool, the two big teams then. John Barnes basically had a free kick in the 18-yard box, right? And normally this would mean goal, right? It would mean goal. Seaman did this ridiculous save I'll never forget it. It was just a ridiculous, and it was pretty much like the Ramsdale save. It was just like that realization we've got a keeper here. Do you know what I'm saying? Sometimes in a keeper's career, you know, they have a save which kind of introduces themselves to their fans. And I think this save, what Ramsdale's done, has catapulted him levels above Leno, levels above. If he's not playing it, you know, barring injury, fingers crossed, touch wood, everything, that he's not in that England, he doesn't get his first England debut cap or whatever it is, whatever you want to call it, in the next international period, Southgate needs to be sacked.
No, he deserves a start, and for Pickford again, we know he's a good with the ball at his feet, but
I don't think he's good as Ramsdale.
Ramsdale's equally showing that he's just as comfortable, maybe even more comfortable, and I do believe he's a better shot stopper than Pickford and more commanding. So to me, I think he ticks all the boxes to actually. I think he will start some games in the next kind of window. Whether he starts in the World Cup, I don't think he will. I think they'll keep Pickford one more tournament.
Probably. I mean, if he carries on, if he does this come March, he's still putting out these performances and you know, being as commanding as he is.
He's got enough time to push him now. I do think he's gonna.
He's pushing him. He's pushing him. I think he's definitely the number 2 now. I'm not sure. Was it Johnston who was the number 2? But he's gone clear of him. One person I did feel sorry for today was Leno, and they panned on him,
didn't they?
and it was like he was watching the end of his Arsenal career, so to speak. Sad, he, you know, as you say, and you mentioned, he is a great shot stopper. However, the game's evolved and the game's changed, and what the game needs is a goalkeeper that actually is comfortable with both feet, with the ball at his feet, and that's Ramsdale. And if he's proficient in that, and he's proficient with his shot stopping and being commanding, then man, this just sets up your weekend, doesn't it? I can't get this grid off my face.
I looked at the table when the game finished, and I was like, either way, we're going to be above United or Tottenham, or potentially both by the end of the weekend. And it feels like, because again, there was question marks when we won the games we won. Obviously, Tottenham was the highlight game, but again, you kind of gloss over it a bit because you say it's a London derby or North London derby. It doesn't matter about form in that game. It's just that game is what it is. So, okay, accepted. Then we beat, obviously, Burnley, Villa. Can't remember who else we beat in that run, but we beat a few. But again, it was like, well, who have you really beat? Because Villa haven't started off as good as they were last year and whatever else. Then obviously we had the 2 draws. So it's kind of like, I think this one does stamp the authority to say, actually, we can be the best of the best.
As well.
Yeah, and there is many tables within the league. Do you know what I mean? You know, your top 3 really, and honestly, are Liverpool, City, and Chelsea. I think them 3 are clear of the rest. And then it's the best of the rest. Do you know what I mean? And we've been kind of at the bottom of that recently. We've been behind Leicester for a few years. West Ham above us last year. Leicester, guys down the road, United. And I'll be honest, I feel Arsenal and Leicester will probably be the best of the rest, and we've dealt with them quite comfortably. I don't really fear United and Tottenham. United have got great players, but I just don't fear them. Like, just they're.
As long as Oli stays at the wheel,
I hope he stays there. So I think this will send shockwaves through the rest of the.
This will make people this will make people kind of say, okay. They're looking.
Because I do get when people watch Arsenal, they almost claim our wins as a fluke sometimes. Yeah. It's like, it's just
2-0.
Flash in the pan, it just happened, but next week we'll lose. And again, I think we look back at that Palace game, and I think that is the kickstart of our season, really. I think we were very tentative. We were winning games, but we were scraping through, wasn't paying. And I think that was the game to say, actually, we need to stop being so negative and reserved and actually go and play. And you saw it today. There was a time where we could have easily sat back and just said, hold it. But within 15 minutes, said, right, we're out of that. Now we're playing on the front foot again. We got possession. We're going to threaten you. So I think we could look back at that Palace game and actually not just a point gained or 2 points lost, however you look at it, actually that is the start of the new Arsenal. I think the tweets that came out were telling. I think it's
It showed their mentality, and it showed that something actually there was a discussion in the changing room, in the dressing room, about that particular aspect of the game and what happened.
Do you remember Conte at Chelsea, where he wanted to play a certain way? The players were obviously fighting against it, saying we want to play 4. He went with the players. It was Arsenal who beat him, wasn't it? And after that game, he said, "That's it. We're doing it my way." And this is now the structure we're going with. We tried it. We dilly-dallied. This is what we're doing. And I think that Palace game was that line. It was like, we've done it trying to be defensively sound and trying to 1-0 to the Arsenal. Didn't work. Right, we need to now, this is where we're going this way. And hopefully, do you know what I mean? I think it's a step in the right direction. It really is. And I think we'll look back at that game actually with fond memories, like coming into the season, we'll say, actually, that was our turning point. I'm not saying we're going to win every game. We are going to lose or draw, but we set a standard now. And I'm seeing week after week, and it's not a fluke no more. It's actually, this is the Arsenal we were going to see. Team identity. We've called it. I know you've been calling that no identity. I see one now.
I do as well. And it's refreshing. And one of the things which really kind of impressed me today was the fact that they didn't really look like they were going to break us down or create any clear-cut chances. Because the only one I can remember, I think, or feel, was the left back.
Luke Thomas,
That was the only one. And even still, I wasn't, because he didn't look comfortable where he was. Mm-hmm. But even that, I was pretty comfortable with how we were set up. We don't look like we're easy to play against anymore.
No.
And I'm not saying that we're anything or anywhere near like your Liverpools or Cities or whatever, but I tell you what, Leicester are going to cause a lot of teams a lot of problems. Mm-hmm. And the way we dealt with them today, by holding them at bay and keeping a clean sheet at home. Listen, I'd love to see how many times, Leicester have failed to score at home. It's a good day at the office. A very good day at the office. Mm. I can't fault any one of the players. Even the subs that come on had instructions what to do. It was all about managing the keeping possession and managing the game.
Yeah,
Kolasinac did that. Pepe did that. You could tell straight away. There was times he could have gone forward, but he kind of held back, kept possession. Mm. And we were just burning down the clock. Wow.
I'm not used to it. Like, as I said, normally a Friday night.
I'm not getting carried away. I'm not getting carried away. But that was a good performance. Mm. So we got Watford at home next. Then we got the international break, and then we got Liverpool away. We pick up the 3 points. Let's hope we do. We carry on in the same vein next week against Watford. We're at home.
Yeah.
Then we really have got the test to see how far we've come.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed that everyone comes through the Watford game and the international break, with no injuries. If we come back, if we go to Anfield with our starting, 11 that we want to, and everyone's, fighting fit, it'll be an interesting game. I'm not saying that we'll go there and win, but I won't go there with any kind of fear to say, oh my gosh, how many is it going to be, 3s or 5 or whatever. I'll go there thinking, do you know what? Let's see what this team's really made of now. Let's see how difficult we can make it for them.
I think for me that would be the thing. Again, win, lose or draw. Again, I'm with you. I don't think we ever beat Liverpool at Anfield for a while. Obviously, you can win a game, but they're going in as that game as favourites, which is understandable. But I think that's again another measure of how far we've come. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's all you can do sometimes in those situations. Is just make a good account of yourself.
Yep.
And it's kind of almost setting your standard out where teams now almost fear you. Like, again, we've been there where Leicester were on the come up, and every time you're thinking, Jesus, Leicester ain't easy. Or do you know what I mean? Whether it's Everton, some teams command a bit of respect from you. And I think Arsenal need to kind of get that. I think for too long, teams see us come and be like, yeah, this is a quick 3 points for us. Where
that's the thing. We need to get back to the days where people come to the Emirates leaving the Emirates with a draw will be a good result.
Yeah.
Rather than, what I'm getting tired of, I'm thinking is like teams are coming here to win.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
I want to start seeing the opposition play with just the one man up top. Do you know what I'm saying?
So they're worrying about what we're doing, but
Exactly.
at the moment, it just feels nice. Like even going into a game, I was coaching this morning. We finished literally 5 minutes before kickoff started, so walking back off the pitch. So said to the boys, when someone goes, go on and guess the formation, we always do guess the starting 11, whatever we do. And I called it within 25 seconds. It's just called the whole 11. And he's like, oh yeah, exactly it. And it's just nice actually going into a game, just knowing like the only thing I wasn't sure on. Yeah, and that's it. If I wasn't sure on or was the Tavares, because I didn't know if Tierney was back or not. Like, and again, I don't think there'd be any fans who would have complained about that 11. Like, I think everyone.
Listen, you called it at the top of the show. Tierney's got a problem. I'm not dismissing Tierney, because Tierney gives you certain things that Tavares can't. I mean, I think Tierney's end product is tremendous. What he gives you, when he gets into certain positions, that's what Tavares needs to work on. He gets there, but he needs to now kind of focus on the right decision when he actually gets into that particular position, because he's making some really good runs. He's, in terms with the ball and without the ball. But you don't really feel that kind of air of he's going to do something here right at the end of it. Do you know what I'm saying? Whereas Tierney will cut back or pick someone out. Tavares will probably have a shot.
Right or left footed as well. He doesn't seem to care.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? And that's the kind of thing. And you just pass it. But listen, I can't going even defensively for him. I can't see anyone right now who's going to run him. No. Because he's powerful and he's quick. But again, he's not really. Even today, he's not really been tested defensively.
It's crazy, isn't it? Every game I come out and I was like, no, I don't remember him to do anything. Like,
is that a sign of him being a good defender, or that no one's actually really properly tested him?
Yeah, and I think it's a sign of him being good. For me, when you judge a defender, I'd like a defender who doesn't look like he's rash or panicking or doing something crazy to kind of rectify a problem. It's the better defenders are the ones who you don't almost see and they just go unnoticed and just clean up. And he seems to have that about him. Again, like he wasn't up against rubbish opposition, but again, he's just quieted them down, like just comfortable. So he looks like a right prospect. And I hold my hands up. I got it wrong and not say I didn't want him, but I think when Ryan Bertrand was available and everyone was like, yeah, we'll take him. Again, I'm always looking for the cheap option to go and spend money elsewhere. But what did we get him for? 7 mil, something?
6.
Like that?
I think it was like 6 mil. Yeah, it's ridiculous. But the thing is, we speak about him. Harvey Barnes came on in the second half.
Yeah, he's sharp.
He's sharp. And he did give Tomiyasu it was good. It was a good battle between those two, I believe. How do you think Tomiyasu fared?
I think he done well. I don't think it was a lot of times his fault when they got in behind him. He was going out and they was kind of running between that channel between him and Ben White. And I think a midfielder should have filled in. So a lot of times that slide ball down there, and that's when Ramsdale come out and made a save. But do you know what's quite good, I think, with this bunch? Maybe it's trusting Ramsdale more than some of the others trusted Leno. But when they get into them positions, they don't try and win the ball. They almost accept, right, you've got in. But what I'm going to do is get in a position where if Ramsdale makes a save, I'll clean up the second, and I'm trusting my keeper. How many times before have we seen one of our players be clumsy, get too close, catch the back of his feet? Do you remember Abue against Liverpool? He's doing all that. And David Luiz is, do you know what I mean? We've had weeks of so many penalties. We haven't given away a penalty. Like, touch wood. I hope I ain't spoken too soon. Yeah. But you know what I mean? It's almost like we're saying, all right, you've got the better of us there. Go on, test your luck.
Let's see if you can finish
easy for opposition. And too many times in the past, Mustafi, Luiz would be clumsy and try and rectify an issue and make it worse. So it's quite nice, actually. If you're going to score, you got to go finish. Whereas before we would then say a 50. You know what I mean? There's so many times the players getting away from the goal and we're sliding in or trying to win something and give away a penalty. You're thinking the ball's off the pitch. What are you doing? Like, I haven't been this comfortable with a back line. Like, actually, set pieces are coming in. I'm not really too worried.
I'm not even bothered.
Do you know what I mean? They seem to have a bit of composure about them. And okay, not saying they're world beaters or whatever, and teams are getting opportunities, but it's, again, we don't look as panicky. I think before we used to always look like we're panicking, whereas now we kind of, it's almost an acceptance of, all right, you've got him behind, but I'm just going to marshal you, and you've got to score from an impossible angle or do something.
You do something worldly, then you have to hold your hands up. You know what? Okay. But we're not giving you that, the percentage chance where it's like, do you know what? We'll make it easy for you. We'll dive in and, you might get, we're not leaving anything to luck now. We're leaving it to, like, if it's a worldie, then you just sometimes have to hold your hands up.
And again, if you look at the goal we've conceded recently, which you would say the Aston Villa one, that was a worldie where 9 times out of 10 you're not scoring that. The way he flashed that in was unreal. So
if that was Soccer AM, that would have been top bins.
So I think it's, do you know what I mean? And even the Palace one again was 2 kind of outside the area shots. Could have done a bit better, but it seems like there's something a bit more resolute about these lot at the moment. And what today was quite nice is we broke well. We got up the pitch. As previous games, we're just hoofing the ball and it's wave of attack.
Everything seemed measured. It seemed measured to me, and that's what I liked. From Partey, breaking the lines, and
him and Sambi were good today.
There were some interceptions they were both doing, which were like absolutely outstanding. Breaking, and then even for the second goal where we actually broke, and Partey basically his composure. To seek out Saka for him to to run down the right, that alone it was just like, whereas certain players probably would have just carried on going to the left hand side. He kind of like, do you know what? No, okay, let's take a stop. Opened up, boom, lovely ball to Saka, and he drove on, and that kind of thing, that to me is worth more, than the assist, because he's totally taken out 3 or 4 players with that pass. Brilliant. Listen, I don't know what else to say, man.
The boys. I said they've set up the weekend nicely for me, right?
Set it up neatly.
I can just go back and just enjoy watching football this weekend.
Exactly. The top 3 are playing today. The top 3 are playing, so that'll be interesting. And some good things to come tomorrow.
Is Tottenham United tonight or tomorrow?
I think is it tonight?
It's just nice to go in to watch that game and just being able to just banter everybody. Whoever loses is getting it.
Yeah, I think it's tomorrow. Oh no, it's today.
Today it's the 5:30. Yeah,
today at 5:30. I'm gonna sit back and watch that with a cup of Rosie Lee.
And just to see which fans lose it at the end. Whichever team loses, it's either the United agenda or Paxton Road. One of you lot will be seeing me tonight.
We'll be seeing you.
I hope you're well. I look forward to seeing one set of you later. And if you got draw, both of you are going to see me, because I'm going to be between laptop with one, phone with the other, and I'm going to be in there with you lot. So
what do we want? Do we want a draw here, or do we want United to win? We definitely don't want Tottenham to win. But
do you know what? Do you know what? I don't even want to say it out. I want Tottenham to win, if I want one to win, only because Tottenham are going to get battered somewhere else anyway. They're not going to hold it for long. So even if they win one, it's just one game, and next week they get battered again. Whereas United, it's like, I'm just enjoying watching these lot unravel at the moment. However, I do want to keep Ollie in the job, so let Ollie win.
I think I want because
we will.
Because they got City the week after.
Yeah, actually, let United win this one, because we need to keep Ollie there, because they got. I'm just looking. They got Watford. They got City, Watford, Chelsea, and then they've got us. Yeah. So he needs to still be in a job come 2nd of December. And then he can get sacked on the 3rd.
These 3 games he's got: Tottenham away, Atalanta away. That won't be easy in the Champions League, and then City at home. Whew.
But sometimes the league can make and break you. We had a very difficult start to the season, whereas United had a easy start. But what they've been given the last few weeks is not nice. And so again, it built up a bit of false hope at the start of the season for them, and then all of a sudden you come into this run they've got. They are probably crying for international break right now. because it doesn't get easy. And even after that, you come back with one game against, not being disrespectful, but Watford.
Yeah.
Then you go into Chelsea and Arsenal, your next 2 games, and they've probably got a Champions League fixture in between that as well. So it doesn't get easier for them.
It doesn't get easier.
I do think they keep Ollie until after that run of fixtures, though. I don't think you want to bring a new manager into any of them games.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. So you say they got Watford and Villarreal in that 1 week after the international break, and then they got Chelsea and us.
Yeah.
Frick's sake.
So I think they will stick with Ollie until after, maybe before the Arsenal game. But I feel if you're a new manager, you really want to come into that set of fixtures.
You want to come at home to Palace 5th of December. I reckon Ollie might be gone by 5th of December.
So, but I happily have United win today just to keep Ollie in a job a little longer. He said he's just got to stay there until we come to visit. Let us come there first, and then he can do what he's doing. But yeah, I say it sets up for a nice weekend. So Arsenal, thank you very much for that. I can enjoy the rest.
Do you know what? I love Saturday morning fixtures when they're like this. The sun's shining now as well. I mean, flip can it get any better?
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
All I can ask for my stream viewers is enjoy the rest of your weekend. It's been a blessed one for the early afternoon kickoff for the Arsenal. 2-0 away to Leicester. Oh, man. Hey, guys, I'm looking forward to your show midweek, bro.
Do you know what? I don't even know what there's to talk about. Like, everything's it's actually positive. The last 2 weeks have been positive. So again, we just talk. We do the player ratings in my show again.
I can't. I want to see how what we're doing to teams. I want to know what our tech changed.
I'm gonna draw. It's actually nice to be able to watch the games back now and just enjoy it. Like a couple before, I was watching the games back and I'm sitting there stressing. Whereas now I can just watch it back peacefully. But yeah, I think definitely. I don't want to give it away too early, but I definitely feel I'm going to be doing a little bit on the new signings and what they've brought to this team, because I do see a big difference, and it's no surprise. Arteta picked them positions, and it seems like actually he's got it right. Because we were still crying out for a midfielder or a 10.
Yeah.
Even we thought everyone went into the season thinking, we short in some positions. I think the big issue they're going to have though is Cup of Nations. That is the only thing that's worrying me is Partey going. And who else?
It'll be interesting to see what we do actually in January, whether we do anything before. My view is that if they are going to do something, it's already been done. That's my view. I don't feel that they are waiting until see how things go. I think if they are going to do something, it's already been done, and it's all about properly crossing the I's and dotting the dotting the I's and crossing the T's, etc. So I actually think it's been done. I'd like us to be proactive like that. If they do feel that they need to do something, Pepe will be gone, Aubameyang will be gone, Partey will be gone.
Nene, I know he's not a starter, but
still he's part of the squad that will make a difference if Lokonga or Partey are not playing. The problem is that we'll only have Xhaka really back, who won't be fit, or match fit, so to speak, at the time when those guys need to go.
Yeah.
Wow, man, that's set up my weekend neatly, I have to say. Gamza, I guess we'll watch your breakdown.
Breakdown on Monday.
Breakdown on Monday, man. I'm gonna love to watch that.
Yeah.
Man. Seriously, basically it's gonna be a case of what has Arteta changed. I mean, the guys like, when you hear all these things about Pep Guardiola saying that he's this and he's that, he's brilliant. They've got the right man. You're thinking, are they kind of just saying that because we're doing so rubbish and just wants to keep us down there, kind of thing, or does he actually really believe that Arteta is what he's saying? I'm not gonna. He's not there yet. Arteta's not there yet, but he's answering the questions with the right answers. So to speak.
Definitely. The adjustments, they're sometimes very small, but they seem to be coming off for him at the moment. Which is all you can ask for. Yeah, you definitely. And do you know what's telling? Teams aren't pressing us the way they were. Remember that Brighton game when we broke it down and how
Brighton won't do that again. Won't do that again. We've worked that one out. We worked that one out, and it'll be a great second. I can't wait to play the Chelseas and the Cities again, to see exactly what we're doing and where we are.
Yeah, I think, as I said, Liverpool won't be a good test. And again, absolutely. I think it's about mentality. And one thing some of them players have brought, I'll pinpoint Ramsdale, his mentality seems brilliant. It seems like, again, fans are firing him up. When the fans were onto him,
he loved it.
I had to bring it up because I love it. Oh, shit. And he done it with them to say, you can't break me. You're not going to get to me.
You can't break me. I'm having fun with you. And they did, they kind of like toned it down a bit because it didn't affect him.
It's not going to get to me. And actually, I'm going to come out of here with a clean sheet. And that is what we've been missing. That individual pride of actually, this is me and I'm taking this personal. Yeah. Like, regardless of what happens elsewhere, I'm winning my individual battles today. Yeah. And he saw it against Villa. He weren't happy when that goal went in. Do you know what I mean? I want to know what his clean sheet bonus is like, because he's probably sitting there thinking that's like $5,000 out of my pocket. So do you know what I mean? It must be something big, because he's taking that personal when that goes in.
I love it though. I just love it. I just love the energy. And at the end of the game, Bless, he gave his top and his boots away. Interaction with the crowd. You can see when he was running over to the crowd, the crowd, our supporters and everything, we're just loving it.
Yeah.
And you know what? Also, Gabriel.
I love him at the moment. He's been on.
Yeah, listen, him, I was kind of thinking that these players will come into the club and, I don't missold a dream, so to speak, if you know what I mean. Now it seems like the players like Partey and Gabriel are kind of actually starting to believe that something could be happening here as part of what they were sold. Because listen, we've got some players in our squad. Really and truly, we shouldn't be nowhere near signing. We shouldn't have signed Partey. Partey really is a top 3 Premiership. He gets, I feel, in my opinion, any one of those top 3 Premiership teams. Then you got, I even say Ben White as well. I mean, I know he's come from Brentford, but if another club was in for him, he could even go there. And obviously, as well, to come from Real Madrid, come on, man, come on.
So, no, we've got the basis there now, and I've said, I've always kind of said for Arteta, if he's the right man or not, I'm not too sure, but he's going to leave his team in a better position than he found it, and I definitely still believe that 100%. I look at this team we got, and yes, we've all got our favourites. We all got people we would like to start more. Some people still will love Pepe. Some people will like Odegaard. Some people might prefer Lacazette. Some might prefer Martinelli to start. But the toxicity around whoever's playing, it's not there no more. Like, none of us are. Like, again, when I see Bellerin, I used to be losing my head, and sometimes I want us to get beat because I just want, or let's win 4-3 and he's made 3 mistakes. I couldn't take him there. But we're not getting that. I think, not being disrespectful, Xhaka's injured. Hopefully he gets better soon and can pick up some form. And if he's here, he's here. But I think he's the last player who divides a bit of a split of opinion for the Arsenal fan base. I think
but even though he was turning people around.
Yeah, definitely has. He definitely has.
His performance in that North London derby was tremendous.
I still haven't got the Man City game though, so he's not getting a blind from me. But again, it's like a lot of that's gone. The team's looking, do you know what I mean, united. I saw Maitland-Niles on the sideline orchestrating at one stage with the press. He was putting people to go there, press that, and then we want to throw him back from it.
Everybody involved.
Everyone's buying into it. And even the thing I've noticed recently is Saka and Smith Rowe taking corners. It kind of shows me that them two are there to start every game. We're building the set pieces around them, whereas before...
Set pieces, free kicks, corners.
Yeah, and again, it's taking that responsibility. They're 19 and 20 years old or 20 and 21. They're kids, and it's actually giving them the responsibility to say, actually, that's only going to stand them in good. It's a little thing because you expect every pro should be able to take a corner. But previously, Cedric could be on the pitch and Cedric would take the corner, who's going to play 1 every 6 games. Yeah. He's now taking set pieces. Now, Smith Rowe is now having to defend, or Saka's got to now defend instead. But actually, what it's doing is them two are playing most games. Let them take the set pieces and it can build from that, because Cedric's going to take different to Pepe. Pepe's going to take different to Odegaard. So actually, the two mainstays at the moment are Saka and Smith Rowe. So let them take set pieces. Pepe, if you're starting this game, then if it's the left side, if it's the left-footed side piece, but if not, Saka and Smith Rowe take them. Do you know what I mean? So just little things like that, I think we're getting right at the moment. It's nice to see. And even if the captaincy passes around, I like who it's going to at the moment.
Yeah.
It's not just done on you've been here the longest. Actually, it's kind
done.
of more done on who deserves it. So midweek, Rob Holding held it, who probably was the leader on the pitch. So I think that's quite important. And again, the age of the team, like that back line at the moment, I'm happy with where we're heading. And I do think we can really make a push. Like, I'm not getting excited because of this one result.
Injuries and suspensions permitting. I think that's the only thing that really can derail our back five at the moment, because at the moment everybody who's coming in and out or whatever is fitting in very, very well. So you know, crossing fingers, touching wood, all that kind of stuff. So let's hope it continues. It continues. Gumza, it's been a pleasure, sir.
I've enjoyed today. The United Agenda. I will be seeing one of you lot later.
What time is it? 7:30, 7:45, 7:40.
Yeah.
Let us know, man. Let us know.
Yeah, listen, man. They're gonna see me. Don't worry about that.
100. Leicester City 0, Arsenal 2. I'll say it again. Leicester City 0, Arsenal 2. Love it. Great performance. What a lovely weekend.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.